Octopus, hello, you're the first comment today. Hello, Gwendolyn, thanks for joining. Kino, thanks for joining. We will begin very shortly, okay? But let's wait for more people to join in first. Okay, let's just wait one more minute, okay? So there's about 10 of you. Hi, Jacinta and B. Thanks for joining. So I hope you guys have already downloaded your worksheet beforehand, huh? We're doing P5 first. Okay, so we'll start off with P5 math. There is Kahoot today for P5. Yes, Jacinta, yes, there is Kahoot. For P5, so that will be maybe around 6:45, 6:50, about that. Okay, so you can invite your friends to join our Kahoot later. Yes. Okay, around 6:45. Oh, you're Jacob, not Jacinta. Okay, Ken. I will try to remember that. Okay, I'm gonna hide the image, okay, then we can start. Oh, Octopus, you're WL. Oh, okay. Yes, I remember you. Okay, Jacob, you're using your mother's account. No problem. Okay, so for those of you who don't have the worksheet, you can download it in our link. Okay, our TikTok bio, there is a link. Click on the link to download the worksheet. WL, I mean, up to you, okay, for the Kahoot. Right, shall we begin with our MCQ? Hi, Roman. I remember you as well. So let's start off with our MCQ. Okay, I'm going to read the question for you. Which decimal below is greater than 0.08 but smaller than 0.15? Try this, okay, and let me know your answers in the chat. Roman, no problem. Yeah. Let me see. Me clown. Is there Kahoot? Yes, there is. Okay, so please participate. Let me know your answers. Okay, I'll give you another 30 seconds, okay? Send in your answers. Okay. Okay, another 10 seconds, last 10 seconds to send in your answers. All right, okay, good. Let's go through this. So most of you say it's option 1. Let's see whether it's correct. Okay, so I'm going to draw a number line. You can have a 0.08 over here, okay, then 0.15 on the other side. So where is 0.1? 0.1, if you add another 0 behind, it is 0.10. Okay, so it's somewhere over here, 0.10, right? So you can see that 0.1 is actually in the middle. So it means that it is greater than 0.08 and it is indeed smaller than 0.15. Okay, so all of you are correct. Option 1 is the answer. Quite simple, the first question. All of you got it correct, which is good. So I think we can move on to the next one. Please try question 2. You're supposed to express 0.07 as a percentage. So what is the answer? Okay, Kabisoft noted your answer. Roman, I think you gotta try again for this one. Okay. Me clown, you can try again as well. Okay, so Isa for MCQ you can type in the option number. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay. Right, so I think most of you are done sending in your answers. So let's see how to change 0.07 to a percentage. For a decimal to a percentage, all you need to do is to times 100%. So when you times 100%, 100 has 2 zeros, right? So all you need to do is to move 2 steps towards the right. You shift your decimal place 2 steps to the right, you get exactly 7. Okay, so 7% is the answer. This is number 3, which most of you got correct. Yeah, other than some typos, right? Some of you had typos. Okay, so otherwise, good job for this. Any questions? If not, we can move on. Everybody okay so far? All right, so let's take a look at the next one. Keith had 400 marbles. 120 of his marbles were green. Okay, so what percentage of his marbles were green? So again, please try this. Give you all about 30 seconds, okay, send in your answer. Isa, you change your answer, huh? Okay, that's fine. It's okay. You can change your answer. Knee clown. You might want to try again. Knee clown. Okay, knee clown. You also change your answer. Can. Okay, last 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah, so I think most of you got this right. Most of you got it right the first time round. So I'm going to form a fraction first. They want the percentage that is green. So green will be my numerator. Your denominator is always the total. So you're going to form this fraction first. Then to change it to percentage, you times 100%. So for your numerator, it is the green color ones. So that will be 120. And for the denominator is the total, which is 400. Then you times 100%. So this is the calculation that you should be doing. Now, how do you do this calculation? You can cross cancel. Okay, so you can cancel the 0 first. And then you can also cancel the 0 diagonally, like this, cancel. Okay, so Isa says use 12 divided by 4. Yes, that is correct. So you have 12 over 4, which means 12 divided by 4. That is just nice, 3. Okay, then 3 you're going to times 10, which is 30. So that's how you get 30% as the answer. This is option 4. So good job to everybody who got it correct. Okay, let's move on. So far the questions have been fairly simple. Next one. So I'm going to read this for you. Oh, okay. Poopy, is there Kahoot today? Yes, there is around 6:45. Yeah, so Johan folds 5 paper cranes in 8 minutes. At this rate, how many paper cranes can he fold in 40 minutes? So let me know your answers. Okay, E, you says you want to use 5 divided by 8 to find 1 minute, I think. You mean 5 divided by 8. Yes, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so E, yes, your working is acceptable. So I think there's a few different ways you can solve this question. You can use E's method. I will use a different method though. Okay, another 10 seconds to send in your answer. This question you can do in one step. Okay, so I think most of you have sent in your answers already. WL, you want to use ratio for this? I think not necessary. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to write down 8 minutes he can fold 5 cranes. So you want to know in 40 minutes how many he can fold. So you notice that from 8 minutes to 40 minutes, you actually just need to times 5, right? Yeah, then you can times 5 for the other side as well. So 5 times 5 is 25. So that's it. Okay, so this will be option 1 as your answer. Okay, so WL, you want to use ratio, okay, 5 to 8. Okay, so that is not very commonly used for rate question. Yeah. Oh, NYX, no, like the answer is not 320. I'm not too sure how you got 320 as the answer. Mm. Okay, so can we move on? Next question, I think, is on volume. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Okay, so NYX, you were careless, is it? Okay. All right, so over here, you have a solid cuboid of height 8 cm that has a square base of side 10 cm. What is its volume? So there is a keyword in this question. The keyword is square base. Okay, so what does square base mean? Does anyone know? When you see this keyword square base, what does it mean? Okay. Don't cry, ask what level this is. This is P5. P5 math. Okay. E, does it mean that 4 sides are the same? 4 sides are the same. You mean the below, is it? The base is the same, is it? Okay, so B says it's a square. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so the keyword square base actually means that the length and the breadth are equal. Okay, so that means that if your length is 10 cm, your breadth below should also be 10 cm, okay, because your length and your breadth are equal. And then you have 8 cm for the height. So therefore, you can do some calculations now, right? What is the formula for volume? You guys remember what's the formula for volume? Okay, Jun Hong says it is L times B times H. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Length times breadth times height. Yes, let's write that down. Okay, so this is the standard formula for volume. Length times breadth times height. So the length in the question is 10. The breadth is also 10. And then the height is 8. So if you use 10 times 10 times 8, then you will get the answer. Flying goddess, yes, correct. Your Formula is correct. That's right. So when you calculate this, what would your final answer be? Okay, Isa says it's option 4, is it? Option 4 is 800. Yes. Okay, so Isa and B, yeah, you're correct. Jacob, correct as well. Option 4 is correct. Okay, so good job, everybody. Let's move on. Next one. Next one, we have a angles question. So I'm going to read this. In the figure, KLMN is a rectangle. Find angle A. Okay, so when you're given a rectangle, what's so special about a rectangle? A corner of a rectangle is what's so special about a rectangle? Okay, Isa says 90. Flying Goddess says right angle. Yeah, that's right. Both of you are correct. So for a rectangle, the corner of a rectangle will always be a right angle, okay, which is exactly 90 degrees. Okay, so yes, WL, you're correct. Let me mark out the 90 degrees like this, okay, 90 degrees. So you can see that within the 90 degrees, you have three separate angles, right? You have angle A, you have 44 degrees, and you have 12 degrees. So these three angles together have to form 90 degrees. So how will you find angle A? Just one step, actually. How would you find angle A using one step? Okay, so let me know in the chat. Isa and Victoria says 90 minus 12 minus 44. Yes, both of you are correct. That is the perfect answer. Let's write it down. To find angle A in one step, use 90 degrees minus 44 and 12 degrees. Okay, so Jacob and B, correct working as well. And what will you get when you calculate this? Your final answer is? Okay, yes, 34. Okay, so 34 or option 1. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so here's your final answer. Okay, me clown, I think you mean 44 plus 12 first, then you minus from 90, right? That's what you mean? If that's what you mean, then yes, it's correct. Mm. Okay, so yeah, good job, everybody. We have one more MCQ. Okay, so let's take a look at our last MCQ. This one is a graph question. So the graph below shows the number of printers sold by a shop from January to April. So the question wants you to find how many printers did the shop sell in February. So again, let me know your answers. Jacob says school holiday is so short. Yes, it's the end of the school holiday, right? So sad, huh? Don't Cry Smile asks which day do I do the live, is it? On Fridays, okay? Every 2 Fridays, we will have our live for P5 and P6 math. Hi, Gerald. Thanks for joining. WL, yeah, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't around. So 2 weeks ago, we didn't have a live, right? Yeah. Okay, SK, is there Kahoot? Hey Fong also asked, is there Kahoot? Yes, have. Around 6:45. Okay, Don't Cry Smile asked what about primary 4, is it? We don't have live for primary 4. Only P5, P6 so far. Okay, so far. Okay, good. So yeah, most of you have already sent in your answers. Let's take a look. For graph question, usually you will use the concept of gaps. Okay, so from 0 to 20, how many gaps are there? Let me know in the chat. From number 0 to number 20, how many gaps are there? How many gaps can you count? Okay, so Pei Feng says 5. That's correct. So over here you have 5 gaps. So that means that 5 gaps equals to 20. So from here you can find out what one gap represents, right? All you need to do is to divide by 5. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So each gap is 4. That means that every time you go up to the next line, you need to plus 4. So since they're asking for February, let me zoom in for you. February. Alright, so for February, starting from 20, you need to go up a few gaps, right? So you need to go up 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap. Okay, so starting from 20, I will go upwards by 3 gaps. So that means that I'm going to calculate 3 gaps first by multiplying by 3. Okay, so that is 12. So remember that we started from 20. So you are going to use 20, then you plus the 3 gaps. Okay, so you plus 12. That gives you 32. Yeah, so most of you are correct. 32 is option 4 as your answer. Okay, so WL, you straight away calculate 8 gaps, is it? Jacob also straight away calculate 8 gaps. Yes, you can do that. Yeah, so if you use 8 gaps, that will be 8 times 4, which is 32. So you get the same answer. Shi Qian, thanks for the compliment. Don't cry, smile. What time we finish the live, is it? For P5, we will finish at around 6:55 to 7 o'clock. Okay, then 7 o'clock we will have our P6 live until 8 o'clock. Shi Qian, yes, there is Kahoot for P5 today, around 6:45. Okay, so you can all ask your friends, okay, to join in later for Kahoot. Okay, so this is our last MCQ. Okay, Jun Hong, you have a question, is it? Does P6 have Kahoot today? No. Today don't have. Today only P5 have Kahoot. Pei Fong says, I saw you in my Everlook corrections video. Yes, yeah. If you watch Everlook, you might see me in some of the Everlook videos. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at our first section B question. You're supposed to find the greatest multiple of 8 that is less than 50. Okay, so let me know your answer in the chat. This is just a 1 mark question. Okay, so it's supposed to be quite easy. Okay, so just another 10 seconds should do. Last 10 seconds to send in your answer. Jacob says the lesser people there is in Kahoot, the better. Well, Jacob, you are correct. I mean, of course, the less people there is, then the higher chance you can win. That's correct. Alright, so let's go through this. The keyword multiple means times table. So you just need to look at your 8 times table. Okay, so I'm going to write out the 8 times table. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. So you're supposed to pick the biggest one, right? But it has to be less than 50. So that means that you have to stop at 48. Okay, so 48 will be your largest multiple. Yeah, so this one all of you got correct. Very good. Okay, then for the next one, you have a multiplication of fractions question. You can try this. What is 1/3 times 5/7? Okay, so just one step. Let me know your answer. Okay, so another 10 seconds for whoever wants to send in your answers. Last 10 seconds. All right, so seems like everybody got it correct, huh? Yeah, so good. Let's go through this. 1/3 times 5/7. So first thing you should do is to check whether you can cross cancel anything. So for this one, you cannot cross cancel anything. So you just straight away multiply. Your numerator times numerator. So this is 1 times 5 gives you 5. And then denominator times denominator, 3 times 7, you get 21. Okay, so that's it. That's your final answer, 5/21. Very straightforward because you don't need to simplify it. Everybody okay? Okay, can so let's move on. Next one. Next one is also very simple, just a drilling question. Find the value of 7.2 divided by 3. Okay, so this one division of decimals. You just need to do your working. Okay, by the way, that number is 7.2, not 72. Okay, it's a decimal, not a whole number. So I'll give you about 15 seconds. Send in your answers. Okay. Another 5 seconds. Anybody else want to send in your answer? All right, so I see some of you say 24, some of you say 2.4. Okay, 2.4 is the correct answer. Because there is a decimal place, right? This is 7.2. There is a decimal place over here. Okay, so your final answer should be 2.4. If you do your working, it should look like this. Okay, so you're going to put 2 as your quotient first. Minus 6, you get 1. Bring down the 2. Then you put a 4. Minus 12, you get 0. But remember your decimal place. Yeah, okay, so WL, you're missing your decimal place. Yeah. Ni Klang, you did your working in your notebook. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So this question, you should be doing long division workings. Everybody okay? Let's move on. Okay, so the next one, another drilling question. Express 7/8 as a percentage. This one, again, you need to do a bit of calculation. Yeah. So let me know your answers in the chat. You might need a little bit more time for this. Okay, so once you're ready, I would like to see your answers in the chat. This one you all need more time. Okay, I'll give you maybe 30 seconds. Hopefully it's enough time for you to do. Mm. Okay, question mark. I think you need to try again. You're working. Hmm. Okay, Junhong, how come it doesn't allow you to type that? Very weird, huh? Okay, I don't know why TikTok has all these restrictions on your comments. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so yeah, I think most of you are correct. 7/8, you want to change it to a percentage, you just need to times 100%. So this one, you can simplify first by cross-cancelling. Okay, so when you divide by 8, you will get 1, okay, and then 100 divided by 8 is 12.5. So you will end up with 7 times 12.5, then you will get the final answer, okay, which most of you got correct, is 87.5. So that is your answer for this question. It's okay to have a decimal, yeah. So yes, knee clown 87.5 is correct. All right, so now it is 6:32. Okay, so for those of you who always watch our live, you know that it's break time right now. Okay, so let's take a 5 minutes break. We'll come back at 6:37. Okay, those of you who needs to go to the restroom. Jean, you're not too sure, is it, how to calculate this? So Jean, you can use 100 divided by 8. Okay, that means that you use your long division. When you do your long division, you'll get 12.5. So then 12.5, you just need to multiply the 7. Then you will get the answer. Okay? Okay, so everybody, let's take a break right now. You can drink some water, you can grab a snack, you can go to the toilet. Oh, okay. Jack and me, Clown, you guys are siblings, is it? Okay, that's cool. Hmm. Roman, what do you mean by like your post? You're asking your fellow students to support your post, is it? Asher? Oh, hi, Asher. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Isa, what time the live restart, is it? 6:37. Okay, we will end our break and then we will continue with the questions. Oh, sorry, Asher. I probably missed out your messages. Yes, yes, yeah, I noticed you. Okay. It's now 6 p.m. the live start. What do you mean? Oh, okay. Yes. We started the live just now at 6 o'clock. Yeah. Jean, how do you like the live? Is it? If you're using your phone, if I'm not wrong, you just tap on the screen. Then you should see that on your screen like heart shapes will appear or something like that. Yeah. Oh, WL, I started at 5:59, is it? Really? I thought I waited until 6:01 for more people to join in. Jean, where? I'm not too sure, but I think if you just tap on the screen, then the heart shape should appear. Okay, that means that you are liking the live or something like that. Me clown, you can't like the live, ah? Oh no, I don't know why. Hmm. Don't have, ah? Really? I'm not too sure, eh? Is it so difficult to like the live nowadays? Yeah, Asher says double tap. Yeah, double tap. Lisa, you're using iPad. But I think iPad should work the same, if I'm not wrong. Oh, okay. Great. Okay, Jean, you managed to figure it out. Okay, shall we continue with our questions? We actually only have 3 more questions, then we can do our Kahoot, okay? So for this question, printer A prints 20 posters in 1 minute. Printer B prints 30 posters in 1 minute. So given that printers A and B start printing at the same time, how long does it take for both of the printers to finish printing 4,000 posters altogether? So we have another question on weight. Let me know your answer. This question you can do in 2 steps. Okay, so it's not too difficult. Okay, so let me know your answers in the chat. Junhong, you're typing the working, is it? Okay, sure. Okay, so yeah, feel free to send to me the working to check. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, Junhong, that's right. Good. Yeah. Okay, so Junhong says that the first step should be to add up printer A and B's number of poster per minute. That's correct. Okay, so this total posters in 1 minute. So you know that printer A prints 20 and then printer B prints 30. So total it is 50. So every minute they will print 50 together. So if you want to print 4,000 posters, the next step, okay, you just need to use 4,000 posters divide by the 50 posters per minute. Now, how do you divide this? You can cancel the zero. So you just need to use 400 divided by 5. Then you get 80 as the answer. Yeah, so most of you got correct. 80 is the correct answer. Okay, you guys talking about what Squid Game is it? Squid Game 3, it just released. Oh, okay, Asher, thanks for letting me know. I will watch it also. Okay, SK, is there Kahoot later? Yes. After we finish our problem sums, we will have Kahoot. Okay, so let's look at our problem sums now. So Farah had a bit of colored beads. She wanted to make 8 bracelets, but she was short of 145 beads. After she made 3 bracelets, she had 210 beads left. So how many beads did she actually have? Okay, so can you guys let me know what is the concept that is tested in this question? There is a specific concept that you're using here, right? That starts with E. Anybody knows? Okay, so Jun Hong says shortage and excess. Yeah, correct, Jun Hong, you're right. Excess and shortage. It's the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to write down the concept, excess, and shortage. So usually for this, I like to draw a model so you can see better. Right, so over here, this model represents what Farah has. Okay, it's the beads that Farah has. Now, if Farah is trying to make 8 bracelets, then she doesn't have enough beads, right? So it means that she actually needs some more beads. She needs 145 more beads, which you can add to the model using dotted line. So dotted line represents what she doesn't have enough. So this is when she tries to make 8 bracelets. Now, however, if she makes 3 bracelets instead, she will actually have some beads left. So over here, this will be 3 bracelets. And then she actually has another 210 left. From the model, you should be able to see that this part of the model here is worth 5 bracelets. Okay, so this purple colored arrow is worth 5 bracelets. Yeah, so you can get these 5 bracelets by using 210 plus 145. So that's what we're going to do. You get 355. So that is for 5 bracelets, and then you're going to divide by 5 to get 1 bracelet. That's 71. Okay, for 1 bracelet. So if you're trying to find out how many beads Farah has, remember that Farah can actually make 3 bracelets, and then she has 210 left. So let's find 3 bracelets first, then we add the 210 that she has left. So this will be 71 times 3 to find 3 bracelets. And then you just need to add the 210 that she has left over. That's how you get the final answer, 423. Okay, so WLB, yeah, you guys are correct. Okay, good. So we have one more question, then we can do a Kahoot. I'm going to read the question first, okay? So Mark had twice as much money as David at first. After David spent $24.60, Mark had 8 times as much money as David. So how much money did Mark have? Yeah. Oh, okay. Question mark, you have a question, is it? What is 355? Oh, okay. 355 is for 5 bracelets, as you can see in the model. Yeah, okay, so I've labeled it already. Any other questions before we move on? Okay, Jean, what is 213? 213 is 3 bracelets. Okay, so again, I have labeled for you. Jean is 3 bracelets. It represents 3 bracelets. Okay, so it's good that you guys have questions. If you have questions, feel free to ask. All right. Okay, so our last one, we're gonna draw a model. Let's draw for Mark and David. So Mark has twice, right? Twice means 2 times. So I'm gonna draw a longer model for Mark first. So just 2 long units for Mark. Okay, then David only has 1 unit. Now David spent some money. After that, Mark is supposed to have 8 times as much as David. But if you look at Mark's model, Mark doesn't have 8 times, right? Mark doesn't have 8 units right now. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to split Mark's model such that Mark has 8 units, like this. So when you do that, you need to do the same thing for David. So now you can see that Mark has 8 units and then David is only supposed to have 1 unit left. So from the model, this means that David actually spent 3 units. So this 3 units that David spent is worth $24.60. Oh, something is blocking the question. Is it? What is it? On my screen, nothing is blocking. Like, okay, maybe I scroll it down. Is it still blocking? It's still blocking. What is blocking it? Is it like a black screen or what? What is blocking it? Oh, it's not blocking anymore. Okay, sure. Okay, so anyways, from this, you can see that 3 units is 24.60. So to find 1 unit, I'm just gonna divide by 3. You should get $8.20 for 1 unit. So the last step is to find out how much Mark has, right? If you look at Mark's model, Mark has 8 units, so we can find 8 units, then that's the answer. So 65.60 is your final answer. Now remember to put the dollar sign. Okay, put the dollar sign and then remember that money must be 2 decimal place. So if you put 65.6, you will be marked wrong. Okay, got it? Question mark asks, are any other method besides model? You can use units, okay? Question mark, you can use units as well. But I think model is easier to see. Okay, so everybody is Kahoot time. Okay, you can ask your friends to join in. Jean, you don't want to do Kahoot, ah? Sure. Up to you. Okay. Okay, so you can prepare your devices, huh? I'm going to launch it now. Okay, so while the page is loading, take a look at the giveaway instructions. Okay, join Kahoot with your name. If you are the top 3 winners, please screenshot your result. Okay, then you got to DM us that screenshot in order to claim your prize later. Everybody got the instructions? Okay, so yeah, the code is over there. Okay, I'm gonna scroll it down first, so you can see. The code is 4252669. Okay, please join in using the code. You should be a student if you are joining the Kahoot. If you're an adult and then you join the Kahoot, they're a bit not fair. Okay, so anyway, there'll be prizes for the top 3. It could be pop mart, it could be blind box, stationery, okay, it's random. But anyway, everybody can join in. I will give you 1 minute to join in, okay? Another 30 seconds. Please quickly join in. I cannot wait too long for you. Aiyo, where got teacher Jody one? Who is teacher Jody? Huh? Teacher Jody is the science teacher, is it? Aiyo, okay. Is that unique QR code ah? Huh? A bit hard for me to show you the QR code on this page now. Okay, I'm gonna start it already, guys. Can we start? Last 10 seconds, okay? 10 seconds. I'm not gonna wait any longer. Last 10 seconds. Okay, let's begin. Okay, let's not wait for anybody already. Let's begin. Okay, yes, start already. Yeah. All the best. Good luck. Hope you guys win. Yeah, top three, okay? Okay, most of you got correct. Next. Okay, this question is very well done. Last 5 seconds, okay? Please choose your answers. Okay, we are about halfway through the Kahoot already. Good luck. Oh, okay, we have a question. Kaylin asked, do you do Sec 4 math? Sorry, Kaylin. Right now for secondary math, we only have Sec 1 and Sec 2. Yeah. So currently we don't have Sec 4 math, but of course, if we have a lot of requests to do Sec 4 math, then we might consider, okay, doing TikTok Live for Sec 4 math. Is it normal academic? That I'm not too sure. You have to ask the secondary math teacher. Additional Math Express, is it? Okay, we will consider. Yeah. Last 5 seconds to choose your answer. Okay, everybody, this is the last question. All the best. You can get double points for this question. Okay? This is the last question. All right, so let's see who's on the podium for our Kaput this time. Oh, we have Octopus. Okay, that's you, right? WL. Mr. Jack, okay, in second place. First place, we have Jessica. Okay. All right, so good job to the three of you. The three winners, please remember to screenshot your results, okay, in order to claim your prize. Okay, got it? So I will leave the screen here for you guys to screenshot. Okay, now for those of you who are waiting for P6 math, okay, we will take a short break, okay, then we'll come back at around 7, okay, 7 to 7:02, okay, around there. Everybody take a 5 minutes break. I'll see you all later. Yeah? Xav, XAV, Xavier, is it? What's the price? It could be blind box, pop mart, stationery. Okay, so it's random. Yeah. Yeah, WL, congrats on winning third. Okay, Jack, you as well. Okay, so that's all. I'll see you all in 5 minutes. Okay, for P6 live. So stay tuned. Okay, you can stay here. I will see you guys very soon. Okay, hi everybody. Thanks for staying for our second live. Okay, so right now we're gonna do P6. Yeah. Okay, so I know some of you have been waiting for the P6 one. Ah, okay, me Clown, you're still here. That's good. I'm glad you stayed. How you also stayed? WL also. Lawrence, hello. And who else? We have some new joiners, right? Sui Huat. Okay. All right, let's start off with our MCQ. Okay, so first question here, they're asking you which of the following is the same as 3 over 8 divided by 5. Okay, so let me know your answers. Ni Clown, no, we don't have Kahoot. We just had Kahoot, right, for P5. Okay, another 10 seconds. Let me know your answer. On the screen, it might be a little bit small. Okay, so I think next time it's better if you go and download our worksheet so that you can see the numbers a bit clearer. If you're watching on your phone, some of the numbers might be a bit small. Okay, this question I'm seeing 3 different answers. Oh no, that means that some of you are getting it wrong. So this one is division of fraction, right? 3 over 8 divided by 5 is a division of fraction. Whenever you have division of fraction, you need to use this acronym called KCF. So you should have learned in school KCF. KCF stands for keep, change, flip. So you're going to keep the first fraction the same, change the divide to times, and then flip the 5. Okay, so 5 is actually 5 over 1. So when you flip it, it becomes 1 over 5. Okay, so based on this, you can see that it's actually the same as option 1. So option 1 is the answer. Some of you tell me option 2, option 4. No, that is option 1. Okay, using your KCF concept, you should be able to get the correct answer. Everybody okay? Okay, then we look at number 2. See what you don't understand question 1, is it? Are you P6? If you're P6, then you should know KCF. But if you're P5, then that's why you likely don't know how to do. Okay, so again, I say that the life is for P6, okay? If you're not P6, you might not understand some of the things that we're going through. Okay. Hot fella, what do I think about Trump? That's such a random question. No comments, okay? No comments. Okay, now our second question is find the sum of all the factors of 16. Give you some time to do. Let me know your answer. Okay, another maybe 15 seconds. This one need to do a little bit of calculation. Okay, hot fella, I mean that it's random because I'm teaching math. So, we're not talking about current affairs. Yeah. Okay, last 10 seconds. Anybody want to send in your answer also? 10 seconds. No more answer, is it? Alright, so I'm going to list down the factors of 16 first. So you always begin with 1 times the number itself. So 1 times 16. And then next one you have 2 times 8. 3 is not a factor of 16, so you move on to 4. Okay, so 4 times 4. So these are all the factors of 16, but they want sum. Okay, the keyword sum means you need to add these numbers together. So I will use 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16. Now make sure that you do not add the 4 twice, okay? You should only include it once. So after you add it together, you should get 35. No, sorry, 31. Yeah, okay, so 31 is option 2. Yeah, sweetheart, you have a question, is it? Number 2 is correct, yeah, WL, number 2 is correct as well. So if you included the number 4 twice just now, then you would have gotten 35 as the answer. Okay? So just take note of the common mistake. Yes, WL, you are not supposed to add both of the 4. So you need help for math, is it? Oh, okay. Right. Okay, so we can move on to the next question. Anybody still copying? No, sweetheart, no, we can't call. Yeah, yeah, cannot. Sorry. Okay, so question 3, we have a nets question. Okay, solid figures and nets. Okay, the topic. So over here you have a solid. So do you guys know what's the name of this solid? Sometimes they might test you the name, right, of the solid. What is the name of this solid here? Anybody knows? Sweetheart, you don't know. Okay, anybody knows? WL, you haven't learned this, is it? You haven't learned this in school? Oh, okay. But this topic is tested in PSLE. Yeah, but maybe your school haven't covered it yet. So this is a pyramid. Okay, pyramid. Yes, WX, you're correct, pyramid. So they are asking you to find out which is the net of this pyramid. That means that you have this 3D pyramid, right? If you unfold it, then what would the net look like? Okay, so let me know what is the correct answer. When you unfold it, what should the net look like? YX, do we have Sec 1 TikTok? Is it? Yes, we do. But I'm not the one teaching it. It's another teacher. If I'm not wrong, I think it's on Thursday. Yeah. Okay, so seems like this question, a lot of you are not sure. Maybe you haven't learned it in school yet. Okay, there are a few correct answers though. Okay, that's good. So when you are doing this topic, it will be good for you to label what is the base of the solid and then what are the sides of the solid, okay, and also the top of the solid if there is any. Now in this case, the base is the bottom of the solid, okay, and this pyramid is a three-sided pyramid, so it should have three sides. So if you try to label the base for option 1, you notice that the sides are not correct. You have one extra side over here, and you're missing one side over here that I draw in dotted line. Okay, so number 1 is not correct, okay, because you have one extra side, but you're missing one side below. Now, if you look at option 2, you notice that option 2 has a rectangle. But a pyramid doesn't have a rectangle, right? It is all triangular faces. Okay, so therefore option 2 is wrong as well. There shouldn't be any rectangular faces. Okay, now what about option 3? Do you guys know why option 3 is wrong? What is the explanation? Why is option 3 wrong? Jun Hong says it is a prism. No, Jun Hong, not exactly. Okay, so YX and WL says that there's not enough sides, okay, it's missing one triangle. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so you're actually supposed to have 4 triangles, right? So it's missing one side over here. You have the base, okay, you have 2 sides, but you're missing one side. Okay, so therefore option 3 is wrong. So option 4 is the correct answer. You have the base and then the correct 3 sides. So when you do this topic, try to label the base and the sides. It should help you. Jun Hong, number 3 is not a prism. A prism has more sides than that. Okay, so seems like you guys enjoy this question, maybe because it doesn't involve calculations. Okay, what about next one? Next one I think looks quite simple. They're asking you which of the following is most likely the mass of a laptop. So what do you guys think? If you have a laptop at home, how heavy is it? Okay, so this one also don't need calculation. You just need to think which is the most reasonable answer. Okay, another 10 seconds. Let me know your answer. All right, so seems like most of you have already sent in your answer. Let's take a look. The first one is 2.095 grams. Okay, so that is about 2 grams. 2 grams is way too light for a laptop. 2 grams is probably just a few grains of rice. Yeah, okay, so it's too light. Option 2 says 2.95 kg. That is almost 3 kg. That is a reasonable mass for a laptop. Okay, so actually option 2 is your answer. About 2 to 3 kg is okay for a laptop. For option 3, it is 20.95 kg. So that's about 20 kg. 20 kg is way too heavy for a laptop. If you have siblings in P2, okay, that would be their mass, okay, or their weight. So 20 kg is around the mass of a P2 student. It's too heavy for a laptop. Okay, then you have your last option, which is 29.5 grams. Okay, so 29 grams is maybe about a handful of rice. So again, it is too light. So therefore, Answer is number 2. Okay. Okay. WL maybe for kindergarten children. I don't think kindergarten children will be 20 kg. Yeah. YX, imagine carrying a P2 student in your bag. It's too heavy. Yeah. Okay, so we are done with our MCQs. Let's look at our first section B question. So you're supposed to write 4 plus 3 over 10 plus 215 over 1000 as a decimal. Okay, so let me know your answers. This one you just need very basic calculation. What would the answer be? Another 30 seconds, okay, if you need to do some workings on your worksheet. 30 seconds. It should not take longer than 30 seconds. Lawrence, I noticed your answer, you always put a question mark. Does it mean that you're not 100% sure of your answer? Okay, yeah, so seems like most of you have the same answer. Let's check your work. Okay, for 4 is 4 whole. Then 3 over 10. The denominator is 10, okay, so there's 1 0, which means that there should be 1 decimal place. So this converts to 0.3, which has 1 decimal place. Then for 215 over 1000, because 1000 has 3 zeros, so therefore you should change this to 3 decimal place. This will be 0.215. Then after that, you should add them all together. Okay, so if you want to avoid careless mistake, you can do this working. Use 4.000 plus 0.3 plus 0.215. Okay, so you can stack up these numbers, then you add them. Okay, so you just add it normally starting from the back. And therefore, your final answer is 4.515, which all of you got correct. Yeah. Okay, so this working is optional, but if you do this type of working, it can help you avoid careless mistakes. Okay, so WL, you use 4,515 over 1,000, then you convert it to a decimal. Yeah, you can do that. No problem. Is correct. Okay, so shall we look at the next one? You might need to do a bit of calculation for this, okay? If you have your worksheet, okay, or piece of paper, you can do your own calculation. Okay, then you can let me know your answer. Thirty seconds should be enough. Okay, so I'll give you 30 seconds. Anyone else wants to share your answer? I have, let me see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of you send in your answers. Okay, 5 of you. The rest, do you have the answer? Okay, pay form noted. Last 5 seconds. Anybody else? Alright, okay, so let's go through this. This is a four order of operations question. Okay, which means that you should follow the acronym BODMAS. I think most of your schools should have taught you this. B stands for bracket. Okay, but in this question, there's no bracket, right? So you move on to D and M, which is division or multiplication. Over here, you do have a division, okay? So that will be 12 divided by 2. You are supposed to calculate that first. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. And all the other numbers, you should copy it down exactly the same. So you don't have any multiplication. That means that you can move on to A and S, which is addition and subtraction. You should do whichever comes first. So in this case, the subtraction comes first. You are going to do 68 minus 6, okay, which is 62. And then finally, you are left with the last one, which is addition. So that will just be 62 plus 11, which is 73. Yeah, so everybody who sent in your answer, very good, is correct. Lawrence, what is BODMAS, is it? BODMAS is an acronym that you use for this sort of question. Four order of operation sort of question. So it stands for bracket, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. The O, I'm not too sure what it stands for. Okay, so everybody, can we move on? Any other questions? Okay, Alex has a question. Is BODMAS and PEMDAS the same? Yes, yeah, I would think so. So your schools might have different acronym for the same thing. Yeah. Yes, WL, you're right. O is just a vowel so that you can actually pronounce it. Without the O, you can't actually pronounce it, right? Bear, is this P4 topic? No, that's a P5 topic. Okay, so you first learn four order of operations question in P5. So the previous question was a P5 topic. So now we have a volume question over here. The solid is made up of 1 cm cubes. They want to know what is the least number of cubes that needs to be added to this solid to turn it into a cube. This one you need some time to solve, okay? I'll give you a bit of time, especially if you're doing it on the spot. Oh, WL, you need to see the previous question, is it? Is that what you mean? The question on top. Is that the previous question? Previous question answer is 73. Oh, question 7. Oh, okay. Okay, so far nobody has sent me the answer yet. Anybody solved it already? Okay, so I have 3 answers so far. WL, Lawrence, and Alex. Okay, pay home as well. Okay, good try. Yeah, let's go through. Okay, see whether it's correct now. First thing is you need to count how many cubes there are in this diagram. So you can count it layer by layer. The top layer has only 1. The second layer has 2. The third layer has 3. And then the bottom layer has quite a few. So make sure you count it carefully. There should be 11 in the most bottom layer. After that, you're going to add up these numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 11 gives you 17. So you have 17 cubes right now, but this figure is not a cube. So what sort of cube are you trying to form? You need to take a look at the length, the breadth, and the height. Yes, Duncan, we're doing P6 math now. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the length first. This purple color arrow is the length. The length is worth 4 cubes. Then you take a look at the breadth. The breadth is also minimally 4 cubes. And then make sure you check the height as well. Height is also 4. Okay, so the cube that you are trying to form is a 4 by 4 by 4 cube. Okay, so yes, pay form, you're correct. So 4 by 4 by 4 means you need to multiply them. You should get 64 for that. So in total, you should have 64, but right now you only have 17. So you need some more, right? How many more do you need? You just need to minus. So you're going to use 64 minus 17 to get 47 as the answer. Okay, so 47 more is what you need to add on. Yeah, so those of you who mentioned 47, yeah, it's correct. Good. Actually, quite a few of you got it correct, which is excellent. Hello, Kim. Thanks for commenting. Okay, so I think we can do one more question before we have our 5 minutes break. Let's do one more, okay? So I'm going to read the question. Lindy used 2/5 meters of ribbon to make a bow. She made a total of 25 bows. So how many centimeters of ribbon did she use in total? This one need to do a bit of calculation. Okay, you might need to write it down. A bit hard to use mental sums for this. Alex, for this question, they did state that they want centimeters, right? Okay, so always remember to check for the units that the question wants. Okay, so I'll give you all maybe another 30 seconds for this. Remember to check for the correct units. Okay, are you guys done sending in your answers? Let's check. Okay, so for one bowl, it is 2/5 meters. So if you want to find 25 bowls, you should multiply by 25. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. 2/5 meters times 25. Kim, this is standard math, not foundation. Yeah. So when you multiply this, you can cross cancel. So I'm gonna cross cancel the 5 and the 25. You get 1 and 5. So after that, you just need to use 2 times 5 to get 10. Okay, 10 meters. But 10 meters is not the answer because you need to convert this to centimeters. So you just need to times 100. Okay, so 10 times 100 is 1000. So yes, most of you are correct. This is 1000 centimeters. Okay, so now it is 7:31. Shall we have our 5 minutes break before we continue? Okay, so we'll continue at 7:36. Oh, okay. Kimia from foundation. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay, so everybody, now it's break time. Can you go and drink some water? Okay. WL, you need to go soon. Okay. Yeah, you have something on, is it? Those of you who just joined, we're currently having our break. Okay, so you need to wait a few more minutes before we resume going through the questions. Okay, so another 3 more minutes before we resume. Okay, so by the way, we do have weekly online classes. So if you're new to our live and you're new to AGrader, okay, you can consider joining our weekly online class. We do have free trial for that. Okay, so one free trial lesson to see whether you like the lesson, okay, and whether it suits you or not. 2 more minutes. Next time we're having our break now. Yeah, 2 more minutes for our break. After this, we just have one more section B question, I think. Then we have our problem sums, and we're done. Yeah. WL, bye bye. I'll see you next time, okay? For next slide. Oh, sorry, we actually have 3 more section B questions. Then we only have 2 problem sums. Yeah. Okay, so shall we resume? Next question is on time. So let's take a look at this time question. Mr. Kumar drove for 6 hours 15 minutes from his house to a shopping mall. He spent 2 hours 45 minutes at the mall and then he left at 5 p.m. So what time did he start driving from his house? Okay, so you can draw a timeline for this question. If you are good at mental calculation, it is possible to do this in your head. Okay, so let me know the answer for this. Okay, so Jun Hong and Lawrence noted your answers. Anybody else have the answer? Only Lawrence and Jun Hong. Okay, Pei Fong. Alright, noted. Okay, last 10 seconds to send in your answer. Okay, knee clown noted. Yeah, so I'm going to find the total duration first that he took to drive to the mall and also the duration that he spent at the mall. Okay, so I will take 6 hour 15 minutes and then I plus the 2 hour 45 minutes. The total duration is exactly 9 hours, isn't it? So all you need to do is to work backwards from 5 p.m. So up to you whether you want to draw a timeline or not is optional. So 5 p.m. you work backwards by 9 hours. It is 8 a.m. Yeah. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Yeah. So Jun Hong, Lawrence, Pei Fong, and Me Clown, Clay. So they all of you got it correct. Ace, what time is our live until? It's until 8 o'clock or until we finish the questions. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, over here. This is an algebra question. Find the value of 103 minus 3m times 2m over 3 when m equals to 6. So this is an algebra substitution question. So give you some time to work this out. I think most of you should have learned algebra in school by now, right? Okay, so I only have one answer so far. Maybe another 30 seconds. You do need to do a bit of calculation for this. Okay, 30 seconds. Continue working on it if you're not done yet. Okay, last 10 seconds. Anyone else has the answer? Okay, let's go through this. See whether your answers are correct. Okay, so 3m means 3 times m. So you know that m equals to 6. So that means 3m will be 3 times 6. And then you have 2m over 3. So 2m is 2 times m. So that will become 2 times 6 over 3. Okay, bye me clown. Thanks for joining today. Right, so let's work on our multiplication over here. I have 3 times 6, which is 18. Okay, so remember over here, your 4 order of operations concept does still apply. Okay, now over here, I have 2 times 6 within the fraction, so that is 12 over 3. You can further simplify this. So for example, 12 over 3 is 12 divided by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is just 4. Now after that, according to your 4 order of operation, you have to do the multiplication first. So 18 times 4, do your calculation, you get 72. And then finally, you're left with the minus. So 103 minus 72, you will get 31. Okay, so yes, I think most of you did get it correct. Okay, good job. 31 is the answer. We're down to our last 3 questions, okay? So let's take a look at the next one. The sum of 3 numbers is 60. If the second number is 1/6 of the first number, and the third number is 3 times the second number, find the first number. Give you some time if you are doing this on the spot. You can either use units, okay, or you can use model for this. Both are okay. Anyone has the answer? Oh, okay, so only Pei Fong so far. Lawrence, okay. Okay, maybe another 30 seconds for whoever's still working on it. Let me know your answers. Only 2 answers. Is this question very difficult? Okay, let's go through this. Then I think it won't be that difficult, okay, once we go through. Now, when you see a fraction, you can allocate units. So 1 over here, you can allocate it to the second number. The denominator, you can point it at the first number. So first number is 6 units. So I'm going to draw a model for this. But of course, you can just use units. That's fine. So based on this, your first number is 6 units. Your second number is just 1 unit. Okay, now what about your third number? Your third number is 3 times of the second number. Okay, so if your second number is just 1 box, okay, or 1 unit, then 3 times of that will just be 3 units, isn't it? Okay, so your models are complete. You do have the sum, so the sum is 60 like this. And if you count how many units there are, you should have 10 units. So 10 units equals to 60. So based on this, 1 unit equals to 6 when you divide by 10. And they're asking you to find the first number. So your first number is 6 units. You just need to times 6. So therefore, your final answer should be 36 for this question. Okay, so Pei Fong and Lawrence and sleeping, you guys got it right. Very good. Okay, so we just have two more problem sums and then we're done. Lawrence, is it okay if you use assumption method for this question? Let me think. I think this question, you don't need to use assumption. Yeah, but you got it correct, right? Yeah, I would say it's not necessary. Okay, but well, you got it correct, so that's what's more important. Okay, let's look at our first problem sum. We only have two. Okay, so last two questions. The first one is on percentage. So Mrs. Lim bought a watch at a discount of 15% and she paid $124.10. This is not including GST. So they want to know what is the original price of the watch if you include 8% GST. You can use calculator for this, okay? So just try it out. Let me know your answer. Okay, so we have a question. What level is this? This is P6, not P3. This is too difficult for P3. Hey Fong, you might want to try that again. Okay, so I'll give you all maybe another 30 seconds. Okay, so Lawrence noted your answer. Let's see if anybody else has the answer. Nobody else. Okay, so let's go through this. Um, if there's a discount of 15%, okay, and she paid $124.10, what you can do is you can use 100% minus 15%. Okay, so you minus 15% because a discount makes something cheaper, right? So you are only paying 85%. So this means that 85% represents the $124.10 that she paid. So I'm going to write that down. Okay. So then you can find out the original price next. Original price refers to 100%. So you are going to use 124.10 divide by 85 first. When you do this, this represents 1%. Okay, so right now I have 1%. Then I'm going to times 100 to get 100%. Put it into your calculator, you will get exactly $146. So this is the original price, $146. But the question wants you to include 8% GST. Okay, so you can use 108 over 100. Okay, so this means that you are including the GST now. And then you times the $146. So once you include the GST, you should get $157.68. 157.68. Okay, so Lawrence and Pei Fong, your new answer is correct. Yeah. Okay, so good job. And we're down to our last question. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Mrs. Sim bought a bag for $140. She paid the cashier in $10 and $5 notes. there were 15 notes altogether. How many $10 notes were there? Okay, so for this question, I would suggest using a certain method to solve it. Let me know in the chat what method you think is suitable for this question. What method should you use for this question? Anybody knows the name of the method? Okay, so most of you are just sending me the answer, not the name of the method. Guess and check. Okay, guess and check is possible, but it's not my top choice, okay, of method. For this one, I will suggest you use assumption. Okay, so assumption method, or some of your schools may call it supposition method. It means the same thing. All right, so let's use assumption to solve this. Okay, so for assumption, usually you will assume the opposite of what the question wants. So if the question wants to know the $10 notes, you will assume the opposite, which is the $5 notes. Okay, so you will assume that all 15 notes are $5 notes. Okay, so if you have 15 $5 notes, how much money is that? That will be 15 times $5, which is $75. Then the next step is to find the big difference in the question. So big difference is when you use 140 minus 75. Okay, so how much will you get for this? 65. So this is known as your big difference. Then the next step, of course, is to find the small difference. The small difference will be the difference between one $10 note and one $5 note. So that is just 10 minus $5. You'll get $5, and then that is known as your small difference. And your very last step is to just divide them. So big divided by small difference. That will be 65 divided by 5. And then you get your final answer, 13. Okay, so 13 is the number of $10. Yeah, so Pei Fong and Lawrence, you guys got it correct. Although I'm not sure whether you use assumption, but it's correct. Lawrence, you used assumption. Yes. Yeah, that would be my top pick of method for this question as well. Okay, so thanks for joining. Okay, everybody, that's all for today. And then our next live will be 2 weeks later. Pei Fong, you use assumption. Yeah, that's good. Question mark. We're using big difference divide by small difference, and not small divide by big. Okay, so this is the standard steps when you use assumption method. Assumption has these standard steps that you always follow. Okay, so just make sure that you familiarize yourself with it. All right, so that's all. Thanks for joining, everybody. I'll see you all 2 weeks later. Okay, so 2 Fridays later. Bye. See you next time. Bye. Thanks for joining.